All right, y'all. So now let's get into some adult cinematography news. And let's talk about Ty Roderick. Now, funny enough, I have no idea who this is, but because it's a part of homosexual news, and it was a stabation that went down. Let's talk about it. So apparently, Ty Roderick is in the hospital. I believe his mother set up a GoFundMe to help with the bills because it's like even though you're doing adult cinematography and things, people still got bills and stuff to pay, which goes to show that our healthcare, like when so many people set up GoFundMe's and stuff over medical expenses, it continues to remind us how shitty our medical um situation is. Like our healthcare system, I guess was the word I was looking for. So in a GoFundMe set up by his mother, she said that Roderick was stabbed from behind multiple times and is suffering a collapse and suffered a collapsed lung. She said he is now in the hospital receiving critical medical care. By the grace of God, he is still alive, but his injuries are severe, and the road ahead will be long, painful, and uncertain. Now, the fundraiser describes the incident as a sudden violent attack that has left both Roderick and his family facing financial worries, including mounting medical bills, missed work, and ongoing treatment costs. As of Thursday, April 16th, just over 1,000 has been raised towards a $6,000 target. Well, I definitely wonder. Well, hold on, because I think I got the link to the GoFundMe. How much money he made over there making? Oh, well, and this is hold on. Let me pull it up. I mean, it might be a little viewer discretion advised, even though this is YouTube, and y'all should be used to seeing blood and shit. They got a bloody picture of him, and so far it looked like he passed. Wait, I don't know what the goal was. It says 12K, but so far he's raised $8,496 of their goal in this whole situation. So kudos to them for raising that kind of coin. But I want to see who what is that? Oh, it says our family is living through one of the most heartbreaking and terrifying moments of our lives. My son was the victim of a sudden violent attack. He was stabbed from behind multiple times and suffered a collapsed lung. He is now in the hospital receiving critical medical care. By the grace of God, he is still alive, but his injuries are severe, and the road ahead will be long, painful, and uncertain. As my son fights to recover, we are now facing overwhelming medical expenses. We are asking for support to help cover emergency medical care and hospital bills, ongoing treatment, follow up care and recovery expenses, daily living costs during this difficult recovery period. Any donation, no matter the amount, would mean more than words can express. Every contribution helps ease the burden and allows us to focus on what matters most. Right now, my son's healing. If you are not in a position to donate, please consider sharing this fundraiser with others. That alone can make a huge difference. Above all, we ask for your prayers, love, and support as her son continues to fight. So that's what I'm doing over here. I was like, I got to do my due diligence and show support for what's going on. But he also showed images of his injuries on social media, showing a bloody face and damaged wounds bandaged wounds. So that's why I'm showing like the picture with the blood and all that stuff, which is on his GoFundMe. Now, in one post, he pushed back against skepticism surrounding the incident. He's saying, "Guess people think I'm lying. Well, I'm not. Each of these patches are where I was stabbed, twice in the face, and I have a tube in my lung keeping it inflated. You all know me for being strong, but right now I'm scared," he wrote. "I hate asking, but I truly need help." Roderick did not share details about the circumstance of the attack or identify a suspect. And also declined to provide further comment when approached by an adult industry news outlet, probably straight up gay porn. In a later update, he thanked supporters for their messages, writing that the response had helped him cope during an intensely difficult time. What I don't understand is why don't you even reveal um what had happened to you, like the details, unless this is an ongoing investigation by the police and they're dealing with whatever the situation is that's going on. So hopefully that's what's happening in this situation. I know that, if you're a part of the adult cinematography industry and they're doing their job trying to cover the story of what happened. I mean, I'm glad you're alive and I'm glad that you're working hard to recover, but I definitely feel like if the details and stuff was put out there, that maybe somebody saw something and the person could be under arrest or whatever the case is. I just hope that the trial, whatever what's happening with this case, things get dealt with. So shout out to you, sir. Um, hope you get better and hope that you make your goals. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding Ty Roderick saying that he was hospitalized after getting pretty much turned into a pincushion? So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.